it tomorrow, let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight. Grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. Hey there. Welcome. We're live. And I'm learning not to play too much of licensed music or it gets cut off. So thanks for being here. I wish I could play more because this is on my playlist for high performance, and I'm telling you, it just keeps you going, you know? Yeah. Anyways, so how's it going tonight? Say hi in the comments if you're here. Let me know. Tonight, I want to really kind of get down into some nitty gritty stuff, right? No more fluff. Let's get into some deep seated commitment to ourselves to shift and change. What do you say? Who's in? Yeah. Who is in? Spring is coming. It's here. We've shifted our time. We've sprung ahead. So why not energetically, emotionally, mindset spring ahead? Sound good? Sound good? Hey, me again. Good to see you, me again. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to share 3 critical mistakes that empaths make when it comes to manifesting, right? Because how many here have done your darndest to manifest something and it didn't quite come out the way you wanted it to? My glasses are crooked. Tip number 0, don't look at yourself when you're filming. Hey, Christina, good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So yeah, so 3 critical mistakes that we as empaths make when it comes to manifesting. So first mistake, number 1, we put others first. Even when we have dreams, what's the first thing we do? We think, oh, well, how is that going to affect so-and-so? And how am I going to work around that? We don't think of ourselves first. When it comes to manifesting, we're allowed to be self-full. Sounds better than selfish, right? We're allowed to be self-full. It's about us. Here's one of the laws of attraction. We cannot manifest for other people. Doesn't work that way. We can't manifest $1 million for that other person. We can't manifest, a love life for somebody else. We cannot do that. We don't have that kind of power. We have the power to manifest things into our lives. That's all we have the power to do. But if we're constantly worried about putting other people ahead of our dreams, then it's not going to work. And for one, when we do that, we're actually not manifesting for ourselves. We're trying to control the outcome of how it affects the world around us. We have to leave that stuff up to the universe. We have to allow the universe to work in a way that lets it come the way it's meant to. Because if we knew the punchline every time, if we knew the outcome, then we're missing out on what happens in between, because that's where the magic is. The magic is not from A to B. It's not at B. The magic is that pathway from A to B. That's where the lessons are learned. That's where the opportunities show up. That's where the magic takes place. So when we micromanage or we try to put somebody else first because we feel that, oh, I can't be that. I can't be too bright, or, it's putting other people in the shadows. You can't be anything but yourself. So let that take a load off. Okay? Let that take a load off of you. So that's manifesting mistake number one. Manifesting mistake number two is getting caught in the thought traps. We think ourselves out of things. We get caught in the mind. We get caught in thinking we can't do something, so we talk ourselves out of it. We think that, oh, that's too much to ask for. I'm not worthy of that. So we talk ourselves out of it. We talk ourselves till we're blue in the face and that we can't do what we're meant to do, what we're meant to have in our lives. So we get in our own way. And thoughts are always a thing that gets in our own way. Yeah, who can relate to that? I know that's how it worked for me. It was like, well, I can't. Well, for one, I can't. When you can't imagine something, it's like, how can I expect that to come into my life if I can't even imagine it? Right? That's where thoughts come in. But what if you trusted? What if you allowed yourself to dream? Isn't that what dreaming is? Just think when you were a kid, or maybe still you do it, you dream of flying, right? Are you ever going to learn how to fly? Right? You're never going to learn how to fly. And I'm not talking about in a plane or a catapult. I'm just talking about lifting off and off you go. We're never going to be able to do that, but we can still dream. What happens when you're dreaming of flying? What do you feel? All right. Oh, we got 2 for 2 so far. All right. So let's go to number 3 then. The third mistake is feeling the wrong emotions. As empaths, that's what we do. We feel. It's all about feeling. And what happens is sometimes we're feeling the lack, we're feeling the negative, we're feeling ahead of time what might happen. Ooh, if that happens. See, we get the thoughts intercrossed with the emotions and putting everyone else first. And when you get all three in the mix there, it's just like, it's a tangled mess, to say the least. It's a tangled mess. So when you feel the wrong emotions, and what I mean by that is if you're trying to manifest something, but all you keep thinking of is, like manifesting, being in front of people teaching because you so much want to teach. And this is how I used to be. It'd be like, well, I really want to teach a group of people how to do, work with energy, how to, anything like that. And then I start thinking about it and it's like, ooh, yeah, but that means I got to stand up in front of a group of people. What if I don't have the right clothes to wear? What if they start, judging me by how I look? And then all those thoughts create the emotions of judgment, self-judgment, and fear. And then it just kind of, makes you shrink down further and further back into your place where you can't just manifest from that. So that's not a good thing. So that's what I mean by the wrong emotions. You're focused on the fear, the doubt, the lack of trust. When it comes to manifesting, the key is to actually dream of flying, for example. What are you feeling when you're dreaming of flying? And I know that can go off the deep end where it's like you finally in your dream, you're kind of lucid and you realize like, oh my God, I'm flying. Oh my God, what if I fell? And then that's when, the dream kind of turns south. So, but when you're dreaming of that, for example, flying, what are you feeling? You feel freedom. You feel carefree. You feel like nothing can stop you. And all of those things really help you propel that dream into more of a stronger vibration. And when you can come from that stronger vibration, you're allowing that to ripple out to the universe. And yeah, manifesting is like dreaming. Yeah, and it is. And of course, we can't manifest ourselves to fly. That's not going to happen. I mean, there is realism there, right? I always use the example, I want to be healthy as opposed to I don't want to be sick. Well, yeah, and it's all in the way you say things because the universe doesn't hear don't, it doesn't hear that sort of thing. It hears the actual, the noun or the adjective or I don't know my grammar. Noun, we'll go with noun, person, place, thing. Yeah, stick with that. So that's what you want to focus on. It's like when I was first learning Reiki and learning the 5 principles where it talks about just for today, I will not anger, I will not worry, blah, blah, blah. And then when I watched the movie, The Secret, I realized, well, you're putting a vibration out about what you think about and what you say. So I was saying anger, even though it was, I do not want, I can't even remember how I said it, but I was saying that and worry and meaning I don't want to, I will not. And yet that was the word that came through. So as soon as I learned that, I'm like, that makes so much sense to me now. Now I realize. So I shifted that. And it's just a matter of looking to the opposite, and like Sabrina was saying, the opposite of being sick is to be healthy. The opposite of being anger to me is to feel peaceful. For you, maybe it's another word, but for me, peaceful. And, those of you who know me and you're on my email list, you know that that's my signature. I always end with that, peace. And that's the best way for me to feel connected to what it is that I want instead of focusing on what I don't want. Because clearly, when we're trying to manifest something, often the opposite is already in our lives, right? For me, there was already anger around me. So I already knew what that felt like. So it was a matter of just dreaming and putting out and projecting what felt good and what would feel good if I had it. And I know that that can sometimes be a bit of a struggle if you're not even sure. You don't have it yet. So how the heck do you know how it's going to feel, right? That's where your imagination comes in. Think of it as a movie playing out in front of you. You're flicking through the channels, you're watching all this, violence and gore, and you come across a channel that just makes you stop and you see and you're like, I love that. How does that make you feel? What feeling are you feeling? Even if it's not something you can describe in words, you can definitely know in your body how that feels. And really the key with manifesting is when you can feel it in your body and you can say, I know what this feels like, so I will know how I can start putting my order out to the universe to bring more of that to me. So that's how it works. And the beautiful thing is I have a workshop coming up. And it's coming up next week on the 24th. So let me see here. Let me just put this up so you can see it. So it's called the Mindset to Manifest Workshop, and it's live. And I'm hosting it with my good friend and mindset business coach, Katya McEwen. Her and I are going to co-host this live workshop. It's a 2-part workshop, so it takes place over 2 weeks. And right now, I've got a special on. It's only $49 Canadian plus tax. The tax they have to get their share. So right now, it's a limited time special, and I can put in the I guess you can't find it like that. If you just go to simplehealingarts.com, you'll probably find it. Let me see if I can post it in the comments. The key is to get in on this now because I don't, I want a limited number of space. so we can help people through whatever's going on. So it's 2 parts. First one takes place next Wednesday. It is on Wellness Wednesday. So, oh, you're welcome. Condensing them for you. No problemos. Here is the link if you want to sign up. Some of you are already part of it as a bonus, so you don't have to sign up. Just remember that that's there. All this technology. Oh, it wouldn't let me. It said it's an error. It might show up later. Anyways, if you just go to simplehealingarts.com, I believe that it's listed right there. It's called the I'm already losing it. Bring my music back. It's called the Mindset to Manifest live workshop. All right, so that's it. Just a little short live tonight. I'm trying to condense things a little bit to be mindful of everybody's time. Looks like we only have a few people here tonight, so this shouldn't take too long. I am going to pull some cards, pulling for the people who aren't here at the moment. If you're here live, you can choose the universe has your back card or a divine energy oracle card. So just pop in the comments which one of those you want. Right now, I'm going to pull for the collective, and it's all surrounding, mindset and the mistakes maybe we make. It depends on what card comes up. We'll address it. So here's the divine energy card, flippity flap. Strengthen your gifts, your gift of manifesting. So how do you strengthen your gifts? You release the heavy energy. You release the negativity you're feeling. You release those thoughts that are dragging you down and that are countering all of the good you're trying to manifest. And when you release that baggage, you can then start strengthening the gifts that you have. The gift of life, for one. Not all of us are privileged to live a long, long life. So those of us that are here, it's our responsibility to make the best of our lives. So manifesting doesn't have to be about money, winning the lottery, this or that. It's about what brings you joy in your life. We all can't be millionaires. We all can't live in Hawaii. Can you imagine the world all living in Hawaii and there's no one anywhere else? Kind of crazy. So there has to be something within our lives right now that we have the control of showing up and being happy about it. All right. So that's that one. Let me pull another one from the Universe Has Your Back. Okay. Here we go. Did Sabrina, does it show the link that I put in there? I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks like it shows it. All right, here we go. This is for the collective again. So if it resonates with you, I tried to shuffle and put this one back in and it went, no. So when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Wasn't I just talking about that? Shifting things. And what you have faith in, what you trust. You can, interchange the word faith and trust. And the certainty is the trust. Even if things are uncertain in your life, and by all means, I know what uncertainty feels like. It's really leaning in or leaning back on the support of the universe to say, I trust that what's happening, I'll get through it. Or I trust things will get better. It will. Yeah. Okay, link showing. Good, thank you. All right, so Sabrina, you want a divine energy card? All right, let's tune into this for you. And anyone else who's here would like a card, by all means, just pop it in the comments. I see you. Okay, here we go. Sabrina. Line energy. Oh, too many cards. I got to keep shuffling. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Did anyone wear green today? If you wore green today, pop a green heart in the comments if you can. Again, too many cards came up, so I'm just going to take the first one. Nurture yourself first. Right? So wasn't that critical mistake number one? Putting others first? Nurture yourself first. I know it can be tough when you're the primary caregiver for the family and they all rely on you because you've always been the one to do things. Maybe you're the only woman in the house and that responsibility falls on you. But there can be some shifts that happen, and part of the nurturing is maybe enabling others to start doing things. Maybe it's stepping back a little bit. I know for me, at least when I was still married, I stopped kind of freaking out about, the mug in the bathroom counter instead of, in the dishwasher. And after a while, I used to grudgingly grab it, take it down. And after a while, I was like, okay, well, there it sits. It's not my responsibility. So I'm going to nurture myself by just leaving it, even though it kind of bothered me. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll get over it. It's funny what you can put blinders on too. Unfortunately, one day you wake up and you see clutter everywhere and like, how did that happen? Oh, it's been there for months. But when it comes to stuff like you're trying to shift the responsibility onto someone else, you're not helping by cleaning up after them. I don't know why that came up, but it did. Sorry, Sabrina. I don't know if that had anything to do with you or not, but there you go. Nurture yourself. That's all I got to say. So many messages. Good. Awesome. Yeah, it is a good card, isn't it? Oh, thank you. My green. Yes, kind of an acid green, if they call it. It's kind of a weird name to call it, but anyways, okay. Christina would like a universe card. I haven't pulled a lot of these cards, so it's always fun to play them. Okay, here we go, Christina. Where we go? I need shuffling music. Every day I'm shuffling. That's actually on my playlist too, these songs. I choose love no matter what. Now, if love isn't faith and trust, I don't know what is. It's so important. So important. So in that moment of, for lack of a better word, darkness, negativity, it might not even be your own. It just might be what's going on around you. And sometimes we want to react. Choose love. Let your heart center just radiate out even more with nice, thick energy that's going out and coating everything and bringing a nice softness. Even if it's just your imagining it happening, you'd be surprised how it can kind of dissipate somebody's cranky energy or what have you. And I feel it's not in your home, it's when you go out in the world, because you're probably super sensitive to energy that you pick up on what other people feel. You don't have to rush over and console someone. All you have to do is just be that beacon. Be that beacon of love. I see that for you, Christina, so much. All right. Oh, okay, good. It was spot on. Don't apologize. I'm right. Yay! I like being right. Thank you for the validation. Validation is important, right? Okay. So, and I've just flipped over the bottom card. I choose to learn through love. Well, I like that for everybody. I choose to learn through love. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Yep. So important to remember these things when we're in a fit of anything but loving energy. That's the key. It's easy to be happy and loving when things are going well. It's it's a challenge, but an opportunity when things aren't going well to remember these things. The key is continuity. And anytime you go through a healing session or a coaching session or anything like that with someone, or a meditation, that's your opportunity to remind yourself that when things aren't going so smooth, let this come up to the surface and remind me. That's what I like to do. Yes, I'm so sorry about your dog. Oh, that's so sad. I feel really bad. It's not an easy thing. So I'm sending all sorts of love and light out to you. Your post was beautiful, Christina, just in how you were talking about him, and the pictures you posted. You have some beautiful memories. Honor the sadness now, and then you will have those memories to really bring the love out. But it's okay to be super sad and grieving. Honor that now while it's still fresh. When you can do that now, it's easier to just kind of let things kind of settle a bit over time. It's when we don't honor that, when we don't allow ourselves in the beginning, we push it away, it ends up popping up 6 months later or whenever. So honor it. And I know you are. I'm preaching to the choir. So, and you're a beautiful singer. So there you go. Yeah, sad. It's not easy. It's too bad that our fur and feathered babies don't live longer. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And if you come watching the replay, please, those cards that I pulled in the beginning are for you. Have a wonderful Wellness Wednesday. I hope you come to my workshop. I would be really happy to have you there. And I know it's definitely the key to shifting things in your life. So, yeah. All right, everybody, you take care, and we'll see you next time. Peace.